So I put them together. And Carolyn has bartended for many years at
Yeah,
various
that's my
places.
question. Your background, I mean, you have a clean background, but your actual history of bartending is really just there or other places?
No, I bartended for 25 years.
Okay.
So mainly in West Allis, though.
And what kinds of places?
Well, I was at Heartbreakers for 17 years bartending. And I think
Alibi.
Tap, Alibi, and then now I'm at Una's too. And I don't jump around a lot. Primarily stay at the same place.
And I looked at the business plans, could be kind of a corner bar,
Yeah.
a little local bar. I mean, that's the reality of it, that's what it is.
Oh, yes, that's a little local bar.
Are you familiar with our expectations of owners and bartenders here then, I guess, with when people get a new license, we usually call them in.
Okay.
But if they have a problem, they get called in, and then, of course, new owners of bars, we always try to call in, and the idea is that the bad old days are behind us. We're trying to make sure that the bar owners, bar managers, agents, bartenders understand that we expect you to be a partner with the city on solving problems.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Call the police when there's a problem.
Yes.
Well, and part of the thing is it's very residential. So, I've gotten to know the neighbors. They really like us there. They've got numbers if they have a problem. I mean, not that if there's a problem to call the police, but if there's just, talk to me the next day if there's anything, so
Is there a living quarters there?
there is. It's rented out.
And you're renting it, neither of you is gonna live there?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's actually, the gentleman used to own Kaz Factory.
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
I know Kaz.
Okay, yeah. Well, everybody kind of does. So, yeah, he's actually lives upstairs. So, he's Mr. Keep the eye on the neighborhood too. So he's always looking out.
And I guess, again, about calling the police. So if something bad does happen, when the police come, we expect you or your staff to be able to say, this is the problem, this is the person, here's their information that I know, here's the driver's license or vehicle getaway car, whatever they
Yes.
took off in, be as helpful as possible.
Yes.
So,
Absolutely.
and you know that we do send sometimes people in the direction of the police who are not 21.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Been doing that forever.
Yeah.
And then
That's a weeds and seats program.
are you going to have a policy for your staff for drinking on the job, allowed to drink? Some places they're encouraged to drink, I
Not
understand.
encouraged.
No, I mean,
No, and,
discretion, it's
Yeah.
like maintain something if you're gonna have a few, but
because that's our other big problem is when you read some of these police reports,
yeah.
guys clearly intoxicated.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
guy
no,
can't
right.
stand up,
No.
and he's been sitting at a bar.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Yeah,
highly.
highly.
Yes.
He's been
No,
sitting at a
no.
bar for 7 hours,
Yeah,
and
no.
they're highly intoxicated. Well, somebody
Yeah.
served them.
Yes, no.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff we're trying to put it into.
Yeah,
so.
no, that's very understadaable.
Well, and why would you want that person sitting in the
I'll
bar?
offer you
having
water or
coffee?
soda, and if
There
you
we
want to
go.
argue with me,
Buy
well,
a
that's
nice
all you're gonna
sodas.
get.
Well,
Yeah.
just.
I think
Anything
I'm
else?
done.
Okay, anybody else have anything? Do I have a
Tough
motion?
business.
Robin?
So moved. Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Good
Thank
luck.
you all very
Carries.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay,
One line about the special joint.
Monica.
I don't have it for the language.
you sent me,
So don't have the closed session for that John Stevens. I don't have any of that.
Monica? Now, we got an email from them, they're all paid up and everything now?
According to
sorry.
that email received today, that's correct.
Okay, so, number 54, Whammy Bar.
Place on file, right?
Well, it was, it's just a communication, yeah, it's a place and file.
So
So,
moved.
second.
Second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Then we have, Rupinder. Trying to remember. Okay, this is item number 55 and 56, and 57 on tonight's agenda. Okay. So where do we sit?
Well, good afternoon, good
Evening.
evening, Mr. Chairman, Attorney Vince Bobbitt. Rupinder contacted me late yesterday about today's meeting, and basically she's paid the entire state, and all she has pending is $3,100 and some change, and property tax she's going to pay tomorrow morning. But with that last payment for property tax, she's basically finally caught up.
Mhm.
She's paid about $20,000 in property tax, and how much to the state?
6,000.
6,000. So it's been a long journey for her, but tomorrow morning should just about financially help.
Are you paying the property taxes to us, the city, or to the county?
I can pay here.
No,
Before I
who do
pay
you
to the
owe?
county. Yeah.
Okay, but do you owe us this, or do you owe the county this?
Personal property or real estate?
No, it's
Real
for the
estate?
county, not the real estate.
Well, real estate would be the county.
Yeah.
We'd
then
be the
it's,
personal
yeah,
property.
right.
So this is the real estate, unless it's
Personal, it's
just,
been paid. It's everything.
unless
is
it's
paid,
still
yeah.
for this year.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, she has $3,100, I think, in property taxes still doing owing to the county.
to the county.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it will be paid by tomorrow 9 o'clock in the morning.
okay, so do we, you wanna hold this until we hear from them, or? what's
would.
the- Yeah, that's the,
Sure.
I would say.
Are those the
overall.
only receipts you have, or?
Well, she has the receipts showing 11, everything except the 12. But the 12, you have the,
Yeah.
You have the notice with you.
Jana Martin have all the receipts I gave her last time too.
she has the
Okay.
2012 balance that's
Yeah.
3,100 that's doing
Why don't we
that.
hold this till next week, Tuesday, to the regular meeting?
Yep.
Okay.
And then, by then, we should have, and Jenna's gonna be there, and we can
Right.
square it all away and make it,
Okay. That's
Start
fine.
again.
And
If
I'll
it's
pay
all
you
paid, you
tomorrow.
won't even have to come in. But if
right.
it's not, you'll be,
It's been a journey for her, that's for sure.
absolutely.
Hey, business is a lot of
A
fun.
very long journey for her,
Yeah, so,
in particular.
okay, so that's what we're gonna do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Make sure you bring that receipt.
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
So, okay, then we, 55, hang on.
Yeah, regular agenda.
Okay, then, I think that's it then, right? Yep. We did have the number 40, the ordinance. Is that why you're here, Sally? Because of the ordinance. Why don't you both come up here?
You guys know Dan Corliss, he was
Yeah,
one of our
we do.
environmentalists.
Now, there's a couple of reasons for this. Number one is that our ordinances was obsolete. And correct me if I'm wrong, it was like, they don't even use those same methods and terminology that we were using in our old ordinance. Correct. And so it's like, we're speaking German and everybody else is speaking English. So
Hey,
so this ordinance,
Pick another country.
so this clarifies all that and straightens that all up, or pretty much?
We'd given Jenna some comments. This is the the ordinance that was jacketed was Jenna's first draft at it. And we gave her
Oh.
some comments, so those aren't included in what was jacketed
Oh, okay.
to you. We added some, a few modifications on definitions, and we're playing around a little bit
So-
with the layout on the noise and the vibration to make it a different layout to make it clearer. And those aren't in here.
Okay, and one of the other things is that currently our ordinance says that, you know, the health commissioner has sole authority to say, you know, yes, we're gonna allow you, no, we're gonna allow you. My opinion has been that it's too much power for a non-elected official. You know, elected officials should have that. So the process, which I would think we do, is that basically she does everything the same, except in saying, yes, this is the way we do it, she'll come to, as a recommendation to the council, and then we vote, the regular council votes on it. So if there's going to be, we're casting, for example, if there's gonna be a variance, that'll come to the council with her recommendation on what we should do.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay? Alderman Rowe.
is this just for businesses?
No.
Can this be for the new subwoofer cars that are just ruined? No, I'm real serious.
You're waiting, unless you wait till the Harley guys left town before you start bringing this up.
It's not. This is just for a building, a physical
it's not, most of when we get those kind of calls, you know, the loud cars, stereos, music, we refer to police as
Okay.
a disturbing the peace kind of thing. When we enforce anything in a noise ordinance, it's typically from a
A
stationary
fixed
source.
position.
Right, or
Okay.
unless it's like a delivery vehicle, dropping off cars in the middle of the night, or
Waste
emptying garbage
management.
cans, emptying garbage cans
Okay,
at
thank you.
5 a.m., that kind of thing.
Okay, so, go.
If I could.
Scott?
This proposal has in it, though, to add motor vehicles and other non-permanent type things to the sound ordinance.
Really?
We already have them in the state statute, but they're very limited, so this would add that to it.
For instance, just an example, like the beeping, you know, when they have those, like what graphics, you hear them, you know, that beep, beep, when they're backing up. You'll hear that at 2 in the morning.
You like our garbage trucks and our street sweepers?
Yeah, that too. I mean, it goes on and on.
Garbage trucks and
Or
all.
Zignagel with the, you know, with their.
Well, then
when
I
they
get
hang
back-
their-
Unless they're plowing.
I get back to my original question with not you involved, but when the
Right.
police, if we're including cars now, they would just write them up for violating municipal ordinance number 7.035, correct?
Right.
That's assuming they have a sound meter and can actually enforce it. I've got my doubts.
We'll work on the sound meter. Well, what we're gonna do then is, because this isn't totally done yet.
Correct.
We'll just hold it over for next week, Tuesday, because that's when we have a regular license and health meeting. And then Jenna's always there, so, almost always there. So then she'll be there and she'll be able to understand if she's gonna have it done. Is that time enough, you think, or?
Well, we haven't gotten
Yeah.
any concrete language yet
Yeah.
from health on some of the noise and
Yeah.
vibration things, I don't think. So I'm,
Yeah, the only thing we didn't was the vibration number. We
right.
thought needed to be a little bit higher.
so,
But otherwise, we
you know,
gave her
you can
language.
have it on your agenda, she can report back. My guess is it won't be in like a final format. And then, the other thing is, do you want in here, because we were just throwing ideas out, like, for example, the motor vehicles. So we had power tools we've added in here on the sound, things that weren't there before.
Now, are these things that are in the state code, or is this, this is just things?
Noise and vibration, other than use of a motor vehicle on a highway, is unregulated by the state. There are no state laws on it at all, so
But other
whatever
communities
we
have.
do, you've got to have. And what other communities do, it depends, you know, what happens somewhere out in the rural area versus what happens in a highly industrialized area are two completely different things. And the levels that they will tolerate all vary. So there's no one standard that you can look at for, you know, here's a decibel level everybody uses, for example. That just doesn't apply. You have to kind of tailor it to your community.
Okay, but I'm saying, if the police department does have a sound meter or whatever, you know, this is the ordinance, this ordinance will back them up on whatever they do.
Right, and it'll be very helpful, for example, because it will just cover, you know, for example, a loud party at 3 in the morning, instead of the police just citing them for disorderly conduct.
So a
they can cite
violation
them
of
for a
our code.
violation of the sound, because disorderly conduct is very subjective, and 9 3/4 times out of 10, the person who called and complained about the party will never come to testify.
Right.
It's the cop now testifying. Here, he or she will be able to say, and I stood X far away and held the meter, and it was way up, and this was at 3 in the morning. That's got a lot more oomph to it than it was creating a disturbance.
Mr. Chair, I understand there's no standard. There's no standard we can look at for Greenfield or New Berlin or Wauwatosa or, I wouldn't even think about comparing us to Milwaukee. I want to know if this ordinance change could be characterized as softening the ordinance. Because, you know, we have in particular one member of the community with one particular address in mind that has been on this type of issue for a while. And I understand what the city attorney is saying, that we're giving it some measurable objectiveness, you know, for some instances, but I just want to make sure that that we're not essentially just lowering the bar. You know, is that what's going on here?
It's not, we aren't changing the levels for noise.
Okay.
Yeah, that stays the same.
The levels for noise stay the same.
What we
What about the
basically said
vibration?
for
Are we-
noise, we wanted to make it into a clearer table where if it's a commercial or industrial sending source, what's the,
Okay.
and it goes to a commercial or to a residential, which we have, it just lays it out
Okay.
in a more understandable format.
And vibration, we didn't really regulate before at all?
Vibration we had, but the measurements that we had in there, they no longer use as the standard. So they actually did the measurements the way they do it and then tried to convert it to fit our ordinance, and it wasn't an exact match, but it was really close.
Okay.
And in my understanding, we're looking at new equipment, more updated equipment.
Correct, we've gotten some quotes for different meters and stuff, so that even though our current sound meter measured the same as our consultant, are very close, it's old equipment and.
Be nice to get a digital readout rather than.
Or we could give that to the police to
Look at it.
keep.
There's an app for that yet?
There's an app for
There is,
that.
actually, there is an app.
But how good is it?
Right,
That's the question, is it?
there is.
Right.
You
So we're
can,
gonna-
you can have it on your smart.
So we're gonna hold this for next week, Tuesday. So, okay, and, that's it there and that, so. Okay, then we got items number 41. This is findings, recommendations for Scardinas. We got a summary. Let's see, where do we stand with them? We gave them till.
I thought a month, I thought we gave them a month.
We gave them first.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're still holding on
1
to
month
that.
We're
we
still
gave.
holding on that.
So our
we're
next
still holding on this
scheduled
one?
meeting, which
October,
is next week.
October 1st, no, October 1st, I think we gave them, didn't we?
Well, I think you could act on it because you determined last time that you were going to give them to, if they hadn't paid it by October 1st, you were going to revoke. So that
Right.
should be reported to the council. So then, come October
Yeah.
1st, we.
Okay, I thought it was the
We
next
close-
scheduled meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because we're gonna be at. this is the
Well,
last
October
meeting.
This is the last,
next schedule.
right.
Is the next
This is your last,
committee
this is your
meeting.
last meeting before October 1st, so you have to act on it now. if that's
Move
what you
approval,
wanna do.
Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a
Because the
second?
council needs to act,
Second.
not this committee.
Right.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And we have, now this is something, we have number 42, Police Department regarding tavern violations in the month of August. None.
Because all those Harley guys.
Really?
Where's the
None.
chief? We gotta get him out there. Get those.
You know, and so it's either they took the month off, or people are starting to understand, are getting the message.
Wow. Move
So-
the place on file.
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Then we have number 43. This is a change of agent at 108th Pick and Save. Do I have a motion?
Move
I move to
approval.
approve
Second.
and have the clerk's office send a letter to the new agent.
Okay. Rhoda is seconding it then?
Sure, second,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 44, these are Class B.
Approve, I move approval, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Perfect, good second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Then we have, for the doghouse, special event permit,
So it's an indoor music, right?
food
Yes.
tent and outdoor music.
Oh.
Food
The
tent and
times?
outdoor music,
Sunday?
accept an application for this year,
Okay, Sunday till 9.
till 11 on Saturday.
Saturday. I'll move approval.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Then we have instrumental license number
Move to
46.
approve.
Is that 46, 47, 48, Mr. Chairman? On all three of those for approval?
If you'd like.
Mover, the mover.
That
on
was
one,
the motion.
Alderman Barzak.
Okay, and do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? I believe that's it.
So what happens when I get to this committee meeting, it moves along, you guys are just kind of stalled, it's stalled, I got 5 minutes, we're done. Move these matters along.
I'm old and it's late.
Old guys rise.
What, all right. With that, I think license and health, so move to adjourn license and health.
Second.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Those are the ones we're holding.
Public Works will come back into session. We'll wait for safety and development so everybody can join in, because I'm sure they're gonna want to be in on the closed session also for